I am Daniel Lucas, and welcome to Food 101. Food, people. Let's talk about food. And today, I have my special guest, no other than Chef Alessandro.
Hello, good evening.
How are you, Chefy?
I'm fine, thank you. How you doing?
Busy.
Yes,
Today,
yes.
we're gonna talk about
Carbonara.
carbonara. Is it your
That's
carbonara one of
correct.
your favorite too?
Yes, it is actually. Well, it's coming from my city, my region, Lazio. So of
Oh.
course I had to love carbonara to be a chef.
Oh yes. So you will pronounce the place Lazio or Lazio.
Lazio.
What is the history of carbonara? Can you tell us about it?
Well, the origin of carbonara, of course, it's origin from Lazio, and there is many theory about the origin of the name carbonara, because but the most common of the name is come from in the Italian words carbonaro, that means charcoal burner. Some believe that this dish was made for the Italian charcoal workers. So they
Oh,
believe that the worker was bringing pasta with the eggs on top, and the charcoal was floating on top of the pasta. It looks like now the black pepper on, and probably it was the poor food for poor people at that time, because the only
oh,
thing they can have was pasta, flour to make a pasta, and eggs.
okay.
And
And that,
now it's the most famous pasta in the world.
oh yes, definitely. If you
Yes.
compare spaghetti,
Ah, bolognese.
bolognese, yes.
Yes.
If you
There
compare,
is specific recipe of pasta that it's popular in our world. So everybody know that. But carbonara, everybody knows carbonara. Carbonara, it's some words in the Bible for Italian people. Like it's so important. You know.
okay. So Shafi, how to do carbonara?
Well, the carbonara it's so simple, but you people that to understand that to keep traditional and don't change the recipe because otherwise it's not carbonara anymore. For a Roman person, an Italian person, carbonara practically it's only eggs, pecorino cheese, and guanciale and black pepper. That's how the carbonara is. There is no cream, and there is nothing else. No change well, you can change in pancetta if you don't have guanciale, but no bacon, no. That's no anymore carbonara.
No,
So
other version of
the
carbonara.
diversion, yes, of course. If you go around now, is everybody change. They would this, they would that. You can eat so many things. Vegetable carbonara, seafood carbonara, so so many kind of carbonara. But you need to keep traditional, and I really respect that for my city, for my country. That's the national anthem of food.
Yes, definitely. So, Shafi, can you differentiate what guanciale and pancetta?
Well, guanciale is the practically it's the cured meat from the pork jaw, the cheeks,
Yes,
and uh, typically there is it's cured with black pepper, thyme, fennel, and garlic,
yes.
and the texture is very delicate, and the
Oh,
flavor is stronger than pancetta, practically. Guanciale.
so that will be recommended than pancetta.
Oh yeah, well, it's if you eat the carbonara with guanciale, it's that's the best. The best.
Oh, yes.
But if you think about it, that from that base, like spaghetti with the guanciale, Italy's got Rome, especially Lazio, has got other kind of sauce for the other kind of pasta. Like you can eat pasta alla gricia, it's made with the guanciale and olive oil,
Mm,
or
mm.
amatriciana, it's made
Oh, yeah.
with guanciale and tomato sauce.
Oh, so the difference of those things is tomato base, right,
Yes,
Shafi?
yes, but the base, like the base at the beginning of the recipe start almost the same. It's with the guanciale, so that's
Mm.
typical from a Lazio region, no? From my Lazio region.
So, Shafi, as your expertise,
Yes.
what is the procedure in making carbonara?
Oh yeah. What's okay? Uh, make sure that you got the water boiling for the pasta. When the water boiling, you just salt the water just a little bit because remember the guanciale it's cured, so it's got salt on it. So usually it's you don't want it too salty. And then you're going to use pecorino cheese. Pecorino cheese is already salty, a little bit salty, like cheese.
Yeah.
And anyway, so you boil the pasta, you put the pasta in, and at the same time you start to cook the guanciale very gently without oil because the guanciale is going to release all its fat. So you're going to cook the same guanciale with the same fat.
Okay.
Then at the same time you start to mix the egg yolk with the pecorino romano and the
Okay.
black pepper. Practically you mix together, you whip together.
Okay.
And when the pasta is cooked, you you drain the water and then you mix together with the egg mix, and you add the guanciale previously cooked, no?
Yes.
And you mix all together, but never put it back on the stove. Otherwise, the egg's gonna curdling, and
Oh.
so
Okay.
practically you're gonna make scrambled eggs after.
Oh,
That's a
yes.
different recipe.
Another version of carbonara.
Yeah. So make sure when you take it out and the pasta is hot. With the the hot pasta, and you add the eggs, is gonna and you mix together. It's gonna form like a cream. You know,
Yes. Hmm.
that's the best way.
So, Shafi, what's the best pasta that you can use for carbonara?
Okay, my favorite, of course, spaghetti is the number one, of course. But for me, I like rigatoni or mezzi rigatoni.
Oh, the
Because
bigo.
the rigatoni, the sauce, the guanciale goes inside. So when
Mm,
you bite, you got all the sauce inside. It's another level.
yes.
It's another level of eating.
Oh, yes. All the ingredients will go inside the pasta, and then che
Yes.
buono.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yes.
So, can I use also fettuccine, Shafi?
Yes. So some people they use fettuccine
And also bucatini, right?
and bucatini. Yes.
Yes, that's true. So if you compare carbonara to pasta cacio e uovo, what is the difference?
Cacio e pepe.
Yeah.
Ah, well, cacio e pepe is it's almost the same, but practically you use the boiling water as a base when you mix with the pasta, and you add lots of cacio, it's pecorino cheese, parmesan cheese, and then black pepper. Most
Mm,
pecorino cheese because it's very strong as a cheese. And practically with the water and the cheese, you make a sauce practically.
okay. Oh, that's very awesome. So
Yes.
Shadi, as your carbonara is your specialty because it's come from your region. If you make other version of carbonara, what is it?
Okay. In Rome, we
Yes.
have one of the most famous pizza al taglio chef. His name is Bonci, and he make deep fry carbonara.
That's it.
Yes, that's his invention. It's unbelievable. This guy is the uh, master of the pizza al taglio on the teglia, and it's very famous. It's he does this beautiful kind of different kind of pizza flavor on it.
Yes.
Not like a usual pizza, but then it came out with this deep fry carbonara. Can you imagine the arancini? The arancini is the
Oh
rice
yeah.
ball, like Sicilian style. In Rome, we
Mhm.
have the suppli. It's almost the same,
Yes.
the concept, but it's different because the rice it's all mixed with the meat sauce, and then there is mozzarella
Tomatoes.
cheese, and there is
Yes.
mozzarella cheese inside.
Yes.
He practically make this spaghetti carbonara with more sauce, and then he make practically a big bowl,
Okay.
and then he pass in the flour and the eggs in the breadcrumb, and then deep fry. And then when you eat and you open this carbonara suppli, practically there is all
Yeah.
the sauce of the carbonara inside. So it's unbelievable.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I want to taste that one.
Yeah, no, well, this guy, it's unbelievable.
Yes.
This chef Bonci, it's a fantastic guy.
Is it famous in Rome or
Oh
where?
yes, it's
Oh,
one of the most famous. pizza maker in Teglia, Pizza al Taglio. It's
Pizza
very
Tal.
famous. Yes.
That'd be awesome. So, Shafi, as a beginner, for all the want to master the carbonara recipe, what is
Mhm.
your advice?
Well, my advice is, well, if you don't like too much the big strong flavor of the pecorino cheese, because sometimes it's even hard to find the pecorino cheese at the store,
Yeah,
but some people mix half and half, 50% of pecorino cheese, 50% Parmesan cheese. Depend. Some people change the guanciale with the pancetta. I like to keep traditional, but of course, we are outside Italy, so it's not easy to find the product like we
from
usually
Italy.
find in Italy, of course.
Yes.
So we adapt ourselves in North America, and we try. We can make it one time with a bacon, but it's not my favorite, of course.
Yes. Yes.
But it's very easy. Just remember the most important thing is making sure to put away from the heat when you mix the pasta with the eggs. Otherwise, so you can avoid the curdling of the eggs. That's the
Mm,
most important thing.
yeah.
For the rest, it's anybody like a different kind of taste of the pasta, like al dente, a little bit soft, or whatever. Of course, I like al dente because as an Italian, pastas must be al dente.
Sure.
Yes, that's the only the most important secret for the to make carbonara.
Yes.
Make sure
That's
it's away from the heat.
yes. That's true. Let's do level up. Let's say how to do my pasta in scratch.
To make your homemade pasta.
Yes, homemade pasta.
Homemade pasta, you just need eggs, flour, and a pinch of salt, and that's the most common pasta. Practically, it's for one egg, it's about 100 gram of flour. And then
Okay.
you need until you give the nerve on the dough, and it's after a bit it's nice and smooth on the outside. Then you let it rest for 1 hour, and then you can roll up, and then you can cut any shape you like, from
Yeah.
spaghetti, capelli d'angelo, spaghettini, fettuccine, linguine, any kind.
Bucatini. Yes.
Bucatini, why you need the special machine to make the hole inside, but
Oh yes.
eventually you can
Yes.
make garganelli, because you have to roll up. You have to know how to roll up that one.
Yes. And farfalle is
Oh, the
difficult.
farfalle, well, the farfalle it's easy. You make a rectangular, and then you just squeeze in the middle. So that one is
Okay.
actually, I think it's the most easy things.
Yes. Ask from the expert.
Oh no, my kids enjoy do that sometimes.
Yes. Okay. Okay, Safi. If you rate this 1 to 20, where is it?
Oh man, 25 at least.
You go beyond it.
Oh, I like food. I like talk about food. I like eating food. And I like keep simple, because I believe the simple cuisine it's the best in the world that you can
Yeah.
find.
Simple but delicious, as
Yes,
you
of
said.
course, because if you start to add too many things, it's no anymore traditional things. You can taste the flavor of you know of the
Mm,
food. That's what I say to all my co-worker, my cook at work. I say, make sure you don't put too much spice on the food.
yeah.
Otherwise, you don't taste the main product. Like if you want to do a fish or something like that, you have to keep with the light flavor, so you can give it to the guests. You can still feel and taste, the flavor of the fish, not just the sauce that you give it to them.
Oh yes,
So
definitely.
just keep as simple as possible. That's the best things.
Simple but I said delicious.
Yes, of course.
Chef Alessandro rate carbonara 25 plus people. So so normally, Shafi, where do people can taste carbonara?
Where they can taste carbonara. Oh,
Yeah,
well, they can come in my restaurant, that's for sure. We do
absolutely.
carbonara. No, well, carbonara, if you really want the traditional carbonara, the best place to go, you have to go to Rome.
Definitely. The best carbonara can find in Rome.
Yeah,
This
to
is
go to
where
Rome, yeah, to go to
this is
Rome.
this is
My
where
city.
yes, this is where carbonara came from.
That's
The first time I did carbonara, I did a mess because you said that the egg curled,
Oh yeah,
curding, and then
I think
again,
that's
again.
everybody's step.
Yes,
Everybody does that.
yes. You learn from your mistake, and then for
Of
the third
course,
and the second, oh, you're perfect,
of course.
perfecto.
When I was on the culinary school, my first year was my first time I cook at home, and try one of the recipe that I supposed to be learn at school was
Mm.
a antipasto, was a kind of appetizer, but a kind of vegetable appetizer. I'm telling you, it was so I made it so disgusting, and even my mother said to me, "Where did you find this recipe?" Was
Wow.
from that day. So before I start to make one, I'm gonna try 3 or 4 times at school before.
So, so Shafi, this
Uh,
carbonara, can I do main course or appetizer?
the main course, of course, you get pasta. It's a first course.
First,
Uh, but for appetizer, like I said, Mr. Bonci does in Rome, deep fry. That would be the greatest things you can find.
that will be main course.
It's a great idea, amazing idea.
Yes, Shafi, can you explain to us? You dine in an Italian restaurant. You do the soup first or appetizer first?
Well, if you go to in Italy, first you do an antipasto, first
Antipasto.
appetizer,
Yeah.
and then after sometimes you get a soup, but no always. Then you go the
Yes.
pasta, you have a pasta, and then you get the main course.
Yes. First course, second course. I
Yes,
think they have a second
yes.
course too,
Then
right?
we do sometimes we do the contorni. That's a side dish like roast potato, some saute aglio e peperoncino, chicory, or
Good.
vegetable broccoletti or cime di rapa, you know.
True. Yeah.
And then of course at the end you gotta have a dessert.
Yes.
You need to eat a nice good
Des-
dessert.
dessert plus coffee.
Of course, espresso and
Espresso.
espresso corretto,
Yes.
espresso with a little shot of something in.
Oh yes. Your meal is not complete without
That's
coffee.
right. A nice grappa, a nice sambuca.
Oh, that's true. I miss Italy.
Yes, I know. I miss every day.
Oh yes. So okay, Shafi. Next time we're gonna talk about arancini. Yeah.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
fantastic. Yes, that's a nice Sicilian
It's
recipe. It's beautiful.
yes. It is a nice dish of Italian dish, arancini. It's made of rice,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
So tune in next week. We are doing arancini.
Arancini, of course.
Shout out to the people listening in Saudi Arabia. We are famous over there.
Oh, nice. I love people from Saudi Arabia. They're amazing people.
Yes. More to come, people.